All right, here we are, guys. Interesting wind here. Wanted to see potentially about maybe just taking another look here at some possibilities. Thinking maybe somewhere around here. Let's just see what this looks like. It's kind of a first look. Looks like it doesn't quite have enough to get over there. I was thinking that it probably would with that much wind. I wanted to at least look there to see what it does. So you can see it actually ended up, the second hop was right over in here, just a little bit short. But I wanted to at least take a look, especially with that wind, just to kind of see what would be possible. What I would recommend with strong tailwinds like this, since it seemed a little bit extreme to do what I was doing, just try to maybe go this way. Because it's going to be a little bit easier than hitting this fairway, and just trying to put it in that second fairway somewhere. I would imagine that if you're in that fairway and down there significantly, like if you're down there considerably a far distance, you should be able to reach the green in two. But let's just verify that with my opponent. So we'll use my opponent's shot to see whether or not that's true. But I would imagine getting it down to the kind of the far end of this fairway, you probably just do some kind of curl around the trees and still get to the green in two. But we'll just see, and especially with that wind, it's a very favorable wind for my opponent for their second shot. So we'll see if he can take advantage of that situation. And I'm going to go back to my Thor's hammer here and just try to bump this up into the fairway, similar to this. So I'm thinking 7-ish rings. With the great ball. So the great ball is probably going to make it lean. Let's see if I can hold the fairway. Didn't want to hit that fairway on the second hop. So the fairway hit the second and probably kind of took me out of this hole altogether. However, my first drive probably would have ended up costing me, because I'd imagine that my opponent can probably easily reach this green. And with the wind that he got, this probably isn't too hard of a shot. It would just be something along the lines of a max curl for that. With that wind, it shouldn't be too hard to pull this one off. But, just take this in, take a look at and see what it looks like, because, this is probably going to be what I recommend going with those strong winds. If you can get it down here kind of as far as my opponent did, you can see that you're well within range to even if you got, straight wind in the face, you could still top spin this up towards the green. And this is kind of the ideal wind to be able to get it up there without needing considerable amount of curl, because the wind's basically acting as your curl. But let's take a look and just see how far we can get up our Nirvana. And it looks like we may still be able to get to the green. So this isn't necessarily the end of the world, especially if you have a Nirvana 8. So if you can get somewhere close to perfect on your ball, you can see that I can get it up here, right up to the front of the green with a Nirvana 8. I'll be able to get it up there even farther. So, it almost makes some sense to almost risk it and go for that right-hand side, because, well, not necessarily, because if we got wind straight in the face, it would actually kind of take you out of the hole. But there's some advantage to getting risky on that. So keep that in mind. Good luck, and I'll see you guys on the next.